Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dave Elliott.
And I'm Karen Abernathy. And as you just saw, traffic is really backed up heading into Biloxi, and it's only expected to worsen with the I-110 ramp closed indefinitely. Now this after fire broke out under the bridge last night, causing significant structural damage.
Yeah, we're live with team coverage all across Biloxi. Amber Spradley is live from the closure this evening with an update for drivers. Amber, what can you tell us at this point in the story?
Yeah, Dave, Karen, we're joining you from the I-110 bridge. We are in a safe spot where it is closed down to one lane here, and we're learning a lot from MDOT. But before we get into that, I just want to show you the traffic that is going on this interstate. We're right before the exit called Bayview Avenue, and that is where drivers are being redirected off the interstate because further than Bayview Avenue, these southbound lanes, all southbound lanes going into Biloxi from I-110 are closed indefinitely. I'm learning today that after the fire was extinguished last night, MDOT came out to inspect the damage. Crews working throughout the night and into today. They did soundings of the concrete to identify any voids or air pockets left behind by that fire. This means workers listened closely to the structure as they struck it with metal objects. During their preliminary investigation, they also looked into things like the temperature of the bridge itself around the time of the fire. MDOT engineer Kelly Castleberry tells me these tests are critical because fire is detrimental to concrete, especially if it's a hot fire.
Concrete is meant to be in compression, and the steel that's inside that concrete is meant to be in tension. And anytime that there's a fire near concrete or on concrete or under concrete, that concrete becomes brittle. It actually heats up and expands, and you'll start to have the aggregate, pop out or be removed from that concrete, causing voids.
Castleberry tells me they did identify several of these voids throughout the southbound section, as well as several columns significantly damaged. That means further inspections are needed, as well as the structure itself needs to be repaired. Officials do not have a timetable for when the ramp can reopen. Castleberry saying it all depends on how much more damage remains to be uncovered by their team. And he says this is a unique bridge, a segmental tension bridge, he calls it. Most South Mississippi bridges are made of beams with a concrete deck poured on top, but this bridge here, this is built in segments, tensioned together. So Castleberry tells me this difference right here is going to pose an obstacle or challenge for their team to do the repair work that is necessary. And when this fire did break out last night, we're told that a semi-truck, an 18-wheeler, was full of city supplies like signage, road signage, and things for events throughout the year. They were stored in that 18-wheeler, and that did catch fire as well. Our Bill Snyder has more on that, but for now, live from the I-110 closure, Amber Spradley, WLOX News Now.